Good evening, all of you. So, in a previous class, we are going to discuss about dictionaries and how to create a dictionaries and accessing dictionary values and adding dictionary values and deleting elements using a del keyword and using a pop method. You have to access the elements in a given dictionary and iterating dictionaries. And we are going to also discuss in the previous class about built-in dictionary functions. So comparison, len, str and type functions. So these are the built-in dictionary methods. So we're going to discuss today class about built-in dictionary methods. So the built-in dictionary methods are clear and copy from keys get method and items method, keys pop and pop item and set default update values. So these are the different types of built-in dictionary methods. So we're going to discuss today about built-in dictionary methods. So first one is clear. So the clear method remove all the elements from a given list. So it will going to clear the all the elements from a given list. So for example, the syntax for writing of this clear method is list dot and followed by clear. So then it will going to clear all the values from the given list. So let us open the Google Colab Jupyter Notebook and we will going to execute the programs on this Google Colab. So we will open the So if you have any doubts, please post your query in the chat box. So I will try to answer your queries. So let us take the new notebook. So by using this Google Colab, it's not required to install Python or Anaconda softwares in your laptop or desktops. So without installing this softwares, will be use this or you have to run the Python code. So let us say executing of given example. So for example, so fruits is equal to and followed by list. So first one is apple, comma, banana, comma. So let us take one more is called cherry. And after that I'm using a fruits dot and followed by clear. So clear function, it will go and remove all the values from the given list. And if you are trying to print after clear the elements and if you are trying to print, then it will going to produce error or it will going to produce a empty list. So let us execute this code. So for first time in execution of code in Google Colab, it will go and take a time and it will go and print the output. So here I got the output is a empty list. So why? Because it will going to clear all the values from list, and if you are trying to print list variable, it will going to print output is empty list. So that is about a clear. So it will going to clear or it will going to remove the all elements from a given list. So next one is a copy. So the copy method return a copy of the specified list. So it will go and return the copy of the specified list. So the syntax for writing of a copy is that, so list dot and followed by copy. So list dot followed by copy method. So let us execute this in a Google Colab. So in this example, I'm going to use a copy method. So copy, and I want to store the entire copy resultant value into X. Then I want to print X. Now let us execute this code. So this is a copy. So this is a copy of content which will be available at variable X. And what about in fruits? So what about in fruits? So the fruits also contain same content. So the fruits also contain same content. So the content will be copied from fruits to X. So if you are trying to print that X value, we'll get the output is the copied given list. So that is about a copy. So to copy of the specified list. So next one is from keys. So dictionary dot from keys. I want to display keys comma values. So it will go and return the from keys method is used to return a dictionary with the specified keys and a specified value. So it will go and return a specified key and a specified values. And the syntax for from keys method is dictionary dot from keys and followed by keys comma value. So in this example, x is equal to key 1 comma key 2 comma key 3 and y is equal to 0. Now this dot dictionary is equal to dictionary dot from keys followed by x comma y. So that means the value, so for key 1 which will be allocated to 0. So 0, and key for 2 will be allocated to 0, and for key 3 it will be allocated to 0. So that means the keys are key 1, key 2 and key 3, and the value will be for y value will be 0. So that means key 1 colon 0 and key 2 colon 0 and key 3 colon zeros. So by using this from keys, it will go and return a dictionary with the specified keys and specified values. So that is example for from keys. So next one is a get method. So by using this get method, it will go and return the value of the item with the specified keys. So it will go and return the value of the item with the specified keys. So the syntax for writing of a get method is dictionary dot followed by get and followed by key name comma value. So for example, so car is equal to followed by the key is brand colon Ford comma model colon Mustang and year colon 1964 and car dot get followed by model. So what is a model? So we'll get the model. So model is a key and we'll get the value for that key is Mustang. So I want to store this entire function resultant into X, then I want to print the X value. So then I got the output is for this model key, the value is Mustang. So that is about get function. So by using a get function, it will return the value of the item with the specified key. So in this example, the specified key is a model, and for that model which will go and display the value. So the value is Mustang. So that is the output for the given example. So next one is items. So this will go to return a view object. The view object contain key value pair of dictionary as a tuples in a list. So it will go and display what are the items in a example. So what are the list of data items in a dictionary? So that items will be going to display in the form of a uh, tuples in a list. So the syntax for writing of items is dictionary dot items, and the example for items is car equal to brand colon Ford, model colon Mustang, year colon 1964. So now car dot items, and the resultant value will be stored into x. Then I want print x value, so then it will go to print the dictionary items is in the form of a tuples, like as a list. So tuples, so tuples and followed by list. So brand is Ford, model is a Mustang, and year is a 1964. So the items method return a view object. So that is the view object contain key value pairs. So it contain key and value of the dictionary as a tuples in a list. As a tuples in a list. So for that you have to use a items method. So next one is if you want to print only keys in a dictionary, then you have to use a method keys method. So the syntax is a dictionary followed by dot operator and followed by keys. Then it will go and print only keys in a given example. So in this example, the keys are brand, model, and year. So that will be going to display by using a keys method. So it will go and display only key values. So next one is a pop. So the pop method removes the element at a specified position. So it will go and remove the element at specified position. So for example, list dot pop followed by position. So for example, I want to delete first position, or index number 1, or I want to delete at index number 1. So that position is a banana. So I want to delete a banana. So then I will write a pop and followed by 1. So that is a index number. So at index number it contains banana. Then after pop that element, if you try to print fruits, it will go and print the output is apple and followed by cherry. So it will go and pop based on the index value, which will go and pop the elements from the given list. So next one is pop items. So in this pop items method, which will go to remove elements a random. So random order. So it will go to remove the elements a random order. So whereas a pop method, which will go to remove the elements at a specified position. So index position, at specified index position. So based on that index positions, it will go and return the value. It will go to pop the elements from the given list. So whereas in a pop item, it will go to remove elements randomly. So this is a syntax for writing of a pop item. So variable followed by dot operator and followed by pop item. So in this example, car is equal to brand colon Ford, model colon Mustang, and year colon 1964. Now I want pop. I want perform pop method, and I want display the car. So then it will go and pop the elements randomly. So randomly the element will be going to pop. So in this example, it will go and pop last value. So in this example, it will go and pop the last value. So for example, if I try to use this pop operations on stack. So for example, if you take it as a stack operations like a pop and push operation. So now in this example, these are the values. So these are the values. So let us take the first value is a brand. So that will be at bottom of the elements, and second value is a model. So that will be at top of the B, and year. So that will be at the top of the model. That is a year. So now by using this pop item, which will going to pop the values. So that almost it will go and pop. It will go and pop the elements as a top of the value. So in this example, the top of the value is year. So that's why it will delete it, that value, and it will go and produce the output. So whereas in a pop function, So whereas in a pop function, you are passing index position. You are passing index position. So that's why on that particular index position, the value will be deleted or removed from the given list. So whereas in pop items, it will going to pop the last value. So it will going to deleted the last value from the given list of elements. So that is about a pop items function. So next one is update. Sorry. So update. So for example, I need to update any value in a dictionary. So then you have to use a method, update method or update function. So for example, I will be update a new value to the existing dictionary. So the existing dictionary contain brand, model and year. So now I'm going to update a color. So I'm going to update a color to the existing dictionary. So the color colon and followed by white. So then I want print car. Then the value will be updated to the existing dictionary. So that is a method or a function you have to use. By using update function, you have to update a new value to the existing dictionary. So next one is values. So previously you have seen that keys, you are displaying key values in a dictionary. So whereas now if you want to display only values in a dictionary, you have to use the values method. So for example, uh, car equal to brand colon Ford, model colon Mustang, year colon 1964. So in this example, brand, model, year are keys. So now I want to display values like a Ford, Mustang and 1964. Then by using a method or function values and followed by I want display only values in a dictionary. So then I got the output is a Ford, Mustang and 1964. And also it is also possible to display only keys in a dictionary also by using a keys method. So let us go in a Jupyter notebook. So I will apply the operations on this values. So values and I want print X. So now let us execute this code. Okay, so we are not going to apply it on list operations. So let us take the so 1 colon apple and 2 colon banana and 3 colon cherry. Okay, now we have to execute this code once again. Now what are the dictionary values here? So the dictionary values are apple, banana and cherry. So for example, if you want display keys, if you want display key values, let us take y is equal to so fruits dot keys and let us execute this code. So I want to print y value, so print of y, then execute the code. So now see here, so I got the separate values in a dictionary and I got the separate keys in a dictionaries. So by using a values method, you have to display the values in a dictionary, and by using a keys method, you have to display the key values in a given list of dictionary. So that is about dictionaries. So if you have any doubts in dictionaries, so please, please, uh, post your, so 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 ple post your doubts in the chat box. So any doubts up to now? If you have any doubts, please post your queries in the chat box. So now that is about the dictionaries. So now let us see the tuples. So in a Python, the tuples will be comes under as a immutable data types. So already I explained in a previous sessions. So mutable data types. So the mutable data types are list, set, and dictionary. And immutable data types are numbers, strings, so numbers, strings, and tuples. So these are the immutable data types in Python. So the mutable data types are list, set, and dictionary, and immutable data types are numbers, strings, and tuples. So now the tuples will be comes under immutable Python objects or immutable data types. So now how to create a tuples in Python? How to represent a tuples in Python? So by using a open and closing parenthesis. You have to use a open and closing parenthesis for creating of a tuples in Python, and every value will be separated by a comma. So every value will be separated by comma, and these values will be enclosed between open parenthesis and closing parenthesis. So by using a parenthesis, open and closing parenthesis, you have to create a tuples in Python, and tuples will be comes under immutable data types. So and also I already explained about the sequential data types. So sequential data types. So what are the sequential data types? The sequential data types are STL, that is a string, tuple, and a list. So the sequential data types are STL, S for strings, and T for tuple, and L for list. So in this example, tuple. So tuple is a sequential data type. So that's why I'm writing here. Tuple is used to store the sequence of immutable data objects, Python data objects, or Python data types. So the tuple will be comes under, which will go and store in the form of a sequential order. So that's why the sequential data types will be comes under tuples. So tuple is a sequential data type, and it is also a immutable data types. So immutable data types. So that means it is not possible to change the values in a tuples. So how we're going to create tuples in Python? So by using a open and closing parenthesis, and the values will be separated by comma. So let us see the examples on tuples. So T1 is equal to 101, comma Peter, comma 22, and T2 is equal to apple, banana, orange, and T3 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So these all will be in a sequential order. So now I'm going to print. T1, T2, and T3. So what is the type of T1, T2, and T3? So the T1 type will be, it is a tuple, it is a class object, and it is a tuple data type. And T2, so that will be also belongs to a class object, and it is a tuple data type. And T3 will be also a tuples, so it will also print the same thing. So it is a class object and followed by tuple data types. So by using a open and closing parenthesis, and you have to write the values, and each and every value will be separated by comma. So next one, empty tuples. So how to create empty tuples? So simply you have to write open and closing parenthesis. So by using open and closing parenthesis, you have to create a tuples in Python. So empty tuples in Python. So in this example, I'm create a tuple. Tuple 1 is equal to Java T point, and print type of tuple 1. So print type of tuple 1. So then it will go and print, it is a class object, and it is a string tuple. So in this example, uh, I'm passing as a strings. I'm passing as a strings in this example. So that's why the tuple one is going to print the type of tuple one is a class object and it is a string data type. And next one is a tuple 2 is equal Java T point and followed by comma. So in this example, you have to observe the some important point here. So creating a tuple with a single element is slightly different. So creating a single, if you want to create a single tuple in a Python, so that will be slightly different. So for example, if you create a tuple, so I will execute this code so that will understand easily. So I will take one more. So now in this example, I am taking a tuple. So tuple 1 is equal to, so I'm writing, I'm going to creating a tuples. So that is a Java. Let us take Java. So it is a string data type. It is a string type. So Java is a string type. So now if you try to print what is the type of that tuple. So if you try to print what is the type of tuple one, so it will going to print output is it is a class object and it is a uh, string data type. So why? So actually it is a you are discussing about tuples. So but while printing of type of tuple, it will showing as a it is a string data type. You are not going to dealing about string data types. You are dealing about tuples. So if you use a single value in a tuples in Python, so that will be slightly different. So for example, you can give a comma. So if you provide a comma, if you want to use a single element in a tuples. I hope you will be understanding what I am saying. So if you use a single value in tuples, you have to give a comma. Then that type will be is going to treat it as a tuple data type. Now let us execute this code one more time. Now see here in this time it will go and get the output is a class object and it is a tuple data types. Uh, whereas previously if I give a tuple like this, then it will get the output is a class object and it is a string data type. So whereas in after giving a comma at end of the value, so then which will going to print the output is a class object and it is a tuple data type. I hope you'll be understanding what I'm saying. So if you want to use a single value in a tuple, that will be slightly different in Python. So if you use only single value, then you have to write at end, you have to write comma. You have to write comma. So then only it will be treated as a tuple data type. Otherwise, the value will be can be treated as a string data type only. So that is a point here I want to discuss. So next one is indexing, or you have to display elements. So by using a percentile or by using iterative, by using a for loop, you have to iterate the tuple values and you have to print the values here. So in this example, I'm going to print tuple values and also I will go and count each and every value, like I want to store the each and every value at index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And for that I'm using here for loop for iterating the values in a given tuples. I'm using a for loop here, and after printing that value it will go the count value is going to incremented by 1. So in this example it will going to print for this line it will going to print it will go print 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. And for this condition, for this loop statements, it will go and print a tuple 1 and followed by index number 0 is equal to value. So the value will be 10. So that value will be going to print. And similarly it will go on to count the increment, it will go and increment the count value and it will go and take the next iteration, that is at 20. And index number 1 it will go and store 20, index number 2 it will go and store 30, index number 3 it will go and store 40, and index number 4 it will go and store 50, and index number 5 it will go and store 60. So like that the values will be stored into the index. So that is about it. Next one is tuple indexing and slicing. So the tuple indexing and slicing will be same like as a list only. So list only. So let us see the example uh, once again. So in this example, tuple is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to store the values into at index number 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. So these are the index positions. I want to store 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now if you want to access a single value in a tuple, you have to use a square brackets. So square brackets and followed by index number 0, and it will go to access 0 value, and index number 1 you can access first value, and similarly index number 2 you can access second value. So by using a square brackets you can access a individual value in a given tuple or in a given list, and whereas by using a square brackets and followed by colon, so square brackets and followed by colon, you have to access multi characters or multi substrings. You have to access a substring from a given list. So that will be common for strings and list and tuples also. Same operations can be also done in tuples also. So it is a forward slicing. So we'll explain once again. So tuple followed by 0 colon. So that is a start index number is 0, and I don't know end of the index. Then it will go and print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one is a colon. So I'm not going to mention starting index and end of the index. So then it will also print the same thing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tuple followed by 2 colon 4. So that means 2 is included and index number 4 is excluded. So at index number 2 it is a 2, and index number 3 it is 3, and 4 will be excluded. Then I got the output is only 2 comma 3 only. So next tuple and followed by 1 colon 3. So 1 is included and 3 is excluded. So index number 1 is included and index number 3 is excluded. Then I got the output from 1 to 3 is 1 2 only. So they are the 1 2 elements. And next value is tuple colon followed by 4. So that means I don't know starting index, but I will be know end of the index. So then this 4 will be excluded. So index number 4 will be excluded. That means it will go and display values from 0, 1, 2, 3 only. So that is output for the following examples. I hope you will be understanding what I am saying. So by using a square brackets, you have to access the individual values in a tuple or list or strings. And by using a square brackets and followed by colon, you have to access a substring from a given strings. So this is another example. So in this example, my tuple values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and print tuple of 0. So the tuple of 0, the value is 1, and tuple of 1, the value is 2, and tuple of 2, the value is 3, and the tuple of 8. So there is no index number 8 here. So that's why it will go and give output is index out of range. So any doubts up to now? No. So if you have any doubts up to now, please post your query in the chat box. So if you have any doubts up to now, please post query in the chat box. So that is about the tuples indexing, and it is indexing, and this is another example. So 0 colon 6 colon 2. So 0 colon 6 colon 2. So for example, what are the elements in this example? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and the index positions are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these are the index values and these are the values. So now I am going to access tuple and followed by 0 colon 6. So that means 0 will be included and 6 will be excluded. So that means up to you have to take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So from 0 to index number 5, what are the elements here? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So these are the elements from 0 to 5, index number 0 to 5. And also here I mentioned 2. So what is the 2 here? So it will be a step count will be 2. So step count will be 2. So for example, so I'm writing here 0 colon. So 0 colon. Okay, 0 colon. So it will be start with the 0 will be included and the 6 will be excluded. So that's why I'm writing 0 to 5 elements. So now let us see here. So in this example, from 0 to 5 the elements are 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now 0 will be included. So it is a 1. So 1 will be printed. And after that here I mentioned that step count is 2. So that means it will be leave the one step, it will be leave the next value, and it will go to print next value, that is a second step. So that's why it will go and print next value 3, and it will leave the next value, and it will go to print next value, that is a 5. So that is the output for the given example. So that is the output for last line. So 0 colon 6 colon 2. So then I got the output is 1, 3 and 5 only. So here 2 indicate that it will going to take a step count 2. So if it is a 3, so for example here the step count is a 3. The step count is 3. Then what is the output here? So first it will go and print 1. After that 2 is not printed and 3 is not printed, and 4 will be, it will go and print 4. So after 1 it will go and print 4, and 5 6 is not printed. So that means it will print only 1 4 elements only. So from 0 to 5 the elements will be, and the step count, if the step count is 3, I got the elements only 1 comma 1 and 4 only. So whereas if the step count is 2, I got the elements from 3 elements, that is 1 3 5 only. So that is about a 0 colon 6 colon 2 or 3. So here 3 indicate that step of 2 or step of 3. So that is about a indexing. And a negative indexing, so it will be same as a strings and a list also. And deleting, so we'll go discuss negative indexing in the next class. So negative indexing and deleting, so that all operations will be explained in next class. So that's all about today class, and we will go and discuss next topic, negative indexing, in the next class. And up to now, if you have any doubts, so please post your query in the chat box. So up to now, if you have any doubts, so please post your query in the chat box. So if you like this video, please click on a thumbs up button. So if you like this video, click on a thumbs up button. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and you can click on a thumbs up buttons. So that's all about today class. And if you have any doubts, please post in the comment section. I will try to answer your queries. So that's all about today class, and we will going to meet in the next session. Have a nice day. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.